Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, precious pack, and welcome back once more to World of Tanks. So, this was my first experience within the Leopard 1, and all I have to say is I fell in love with the tank due to this match, and then the game began to beat me down for thinking I had the hopes of RNG being on my side. It's also a little bit late, and my throat's a bit dry and sore, so, I sound a bit off. But let's go ahead and let's get up into a good sniping position and start wreaking some havoc on our foes. So what I'm thinking is just literally right up to my right here. How many times am I going to say right in this match? Along with that, started getting computer components ordered and taken care of, and the new computer is being slowly put together now. Don't know how long it'll be before I have it all put together, but hopefully you'll see quality content return once more to the channel and not this standard client nonsense. I want to get some HD content out again, and Arc should be coming back along with the new PC towards the end of the year, well, the second half of the year after I get the new GPU. But let's go ahead and enough of that, let's focus on what we have here. I'm the top tier, but I don't want to be anywhere near the front line due to how many times I've been smacked by artillery in the game, especially as top tier. Especially not in the Leopard 1, because I know the thing has no armor. So I'm going to hang back and I'm going to snipe. Now, first thing I want to say is I do not have brothers in arms, and I'm getting a feel for the tank, as you can see there. I'm just whipping the barrel around because I wanted to see how quickly it would take to aim back in. I have to say, I love it. I love being able to aim in so quickly. Another thing that I love is the fact that it's extremely accurate, provided RNG favors you. RNG favors me. Though a low roll off the first round is kinda sad. And my team lost a Carnarvon to the enemy team's Panzerkampfwagen 7, or the Panzerkampf 7. Whatever it is, it just knocked out a tier 8 off to the right. And we don't see anything going on in the middle. So, what do I know about the tank so far? Well, don't have brothers in arms. The crew was only 50% trained because I went to free training because I had no silver at all at the moment I recorded the video. So I couldn't do the 80% because I had under 100,000 silver on the account, and instead of just playing a premium tank, I wanted to experience the tank. The first experience was a pleasant one, to say the least. Despite the fact that it's going to end in a loss, yes, it's a spoiler, I still had an amazing time, and it was just a pleasure to play in the game. And I just couldn't wait, honestly, to get the tank, so I actually rushed through and I used a bunch of blueprint fragments to earn the tank. I skipped the prototype, basically, and the tank grind itself. I only had to grind out the 68,000 or 62,000 experience for the 105mm main weapon of the prototype. Yeah. And that was about it. But one thing I do have to say, I love the alpha of the weapon. 420, it just feels so comfortable with the sniping potential, and especially when tanks are giving you the side mixed with the shell velocity, it's just, I love it. The only thing I don't love about it is the paper armor. I have been able to pull off some pretty nice bounces from the turret, but the turret isn't exactly paper completely. There are certain angles you can bounce with, and I was able to reliably do so. Just not as often as I would want to. Though, when it comes right down to it, it doesn't have to be perfect in every single regard because I just love the tank. It can hit well, it can take kind of a hit unless it's high explosive, in which case then it just kind of falls apart. The ammo rack is damaged in almost every single shot, so it's a matter of just hanging back and picking the targets off from long ranges. But other than that, it feels extremely comfortable because I was able to go up toe-to-toe with an Object 430U, just fight with them. I got up close and personal with a mouse, and I'm going to take a couple of funny moments. I'm going to watch back all my clips that I've had from it for possibly Friday. I'll make like a compilation of just random jumps and stuff like that in the tank. Just something to enjoy. Instead of a commentary video, it'll just be me saying, hi, make sure you have a good weekend and stuff like that. By starting the weekend off right. Now, another thing I have to say, I love the high explosive rounds that the Leopard 1 gets. 105 millimeters of penetration, 510 alpha damage, and, I mean, they just feel extremely comfortable with the tank. Now, time for me to start showing some poor weapons handling on my part, as I just completely fluff one shot and just miss by however the distance was to the target. But it wasn't the first shot I fluffed. I fired one and missed the Scorpion G by a good distance. But that aside, every other round is actually hitting the targets pretty nicely so far. But as nice as it is to actually hit the targets, the team's crumpling fairly quickly. As you can see, that T95 is alone over there for the most part against an AMX-30B, and I just can't hit this tank at all to save my life. Well, not to save my life, to save the T40, the T95 that just went down to an enemy Ferdinand that I haven't seen yet. And that was hilarious. I wasn't expecting the Pantera P44 to just rush out there, but I also didn't get a high enough damage roll to destroy the tank, so somebody else managed to pick it off. Had I rolled average or slightly high, I would have been able to pick that one off. No doubt about it. But I didn't. And the match is beginning to come to a close. Because I'm all that's left, and, well, as I very quickly find out, this tank has no armor whatsoever to speak of, especially against high explosive rounds. And this is where it starts to go wrong for me. Still had high explosive round loaded, and they showed the side, and oh yeah. Pretty nice damage roll there, but this is where I go down. And miss by miles. And gone. I love the tank to bits, I just have to admit it. Be safe out there, my pack. Happy hunting, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow.